Indoor farming is going to be a critical part of the future of agriculture and what agriculture looks like over the course of the next decade and beyond. At Bowery, we build warehouse scale, large indoor farms which can grow 365 days of the year in a totally controlled environment, pesticide-free food that's 100 times plus more productive than a square foot of farmland and saves over 95% of the water. Agriculture today already is a consumer of 70% of the world's water supply. And if you look at just in the United States alone, we use 700 million pounds of pesticides every single year. So those are going into the topsoil and eroding our topsoil layer and the quality of our soil itself. That's getting into our water supply. At the same time, you have a population globally that's changing. We're gonna have 9 to 10 billion people on the planet by 2050. We're gonna need to grow more food in the next 40 years than has been produced in the last 10,000. Overall in agriculture, what you're starting to see is more responsibility and more thought being put into how we're using resources and what resources we're using. So you're also seeing different types of robotics and automation, whether it be different types of harvesting technology or driverless tractors on the field, which are helping make farms and farmers even more efficient. The Bowery operating system really is the brains behind our farm. So we are taking in millions of points of data in real time that have an impact on plant health and quality, plant yield, even things like taste and flavor. And we can adjust things like light intensity and spectrum, nutrients, airflow, temperature, humidity, all of which have an impact on the quality and freshness and taste of the crops that we're growing at Bowery. So it doesn't actually take somebody very long at all to be able to understand how to use our software and how to operate in our farms. And that also means that the Bowery farm is a very scalable farm because we don't need agricultural experts in every single city that we move into. 70 to 80% of the population in the next 35 years will live in and around cities. Answering the question of how do we provide that population fresh food and how do we do that in a way that's more efficient and more sustainable is incredibly important.